So it's come to this, huh? 20 politically incorrect songs that'd be wildly controversial today. What the fuck wouldn't be wildly controversial today? People today are fucking experts at being offended. Let's take a look at some songs that are no longer okay. There's nothing like hearing a song come on the radio or flicker across a Spotify playlist. Is that what they do? They flicker? They flicker across Spotify like, what are they, fucking dragonflies? Fuck you. Do dragonflies flicker? I don't. That didn't even make any sense. Whatever. Anyway, you're flicking through the fucking radio shit. You see a song that you haven't heard in a while, and you start to listen and you realize, was this song always this offensive? I've never had that experience. Mostly because I'm not a little bitch. The answer, yes, it probably was. Standards have changed quite a bit in terms of what references the culture at large deems offensive in its hit songs. Who cares? Who cares what the culture at large thinks? They're a bunch of fucking retards anyway. Maybe if we weren't such uptight, prudish, reactionary fucking goons who try to control what words and concepts artists can use to express themselves, maybe if we weren't like that, the state of music wouldn't be an abysmal fucking festering wound on the fucking surface of the goddamn cultural zeitgeist, just spewing forth fucking pus, just mediocrity and dog shit flying into your fucking ears every time you listen to some contemporary fucking hits. It's dog shit. Dog shit music for a dog shit generation of whiny bitches who are offended by everything. I'm offended by my shadow because it's black, and that's cultural appropriation. Fucking Why? Why do I have to be part of this fucking miserable generation? I could have been a Viking. I could have been smashing people's heads in with an axe. Could have been a fucking Roman, Could have been conquering other people's lands and shit. I don't know. I could have been something in the past. But instead, I'm living in now and being subjected to this shit. I guess air conditioning and being able to be fat and eat Oreos all day is a fair trade. But still, fuck this. Fuck this whiny horse shit. So here's a list of 20 songs that are bad now. Kung Fu fighting is bad. I mean, who cares? Because it's black. There's a black guy. Listen to this. There was funky Billy Chin and Little Sammy Chung. He said, "Here comes the big boss. Let's get it on." That's the fucking choice lyric. That's the part that you're supposed to. Oh no! Oh no! Why would they say that? That's what you're supposed to be freaked out about. And their reasoning behind it is, they had stereotypical Asian last names. That's not nuanced. Yeah, okay. Because there's no one with the last name Chin or Chung in fucking Chinatown, right? That's just a stereotype. That doesn't exist. It's like if you have to come up with a generic white guy name and you're like, Brian Johnson, Steve Thompson, whatever. There's generic sounding names for different racial fucking groups and different cultural groups. It's like, come up with an Irish guy's name. I don't know, Nicholas O'Brien or some shit. Mickey O'Brien down there at the pub. I can't do an Irish accent, even fucking close. I don't know what compelled me to put forth that horrible effort. I am sorry. Anyway, so that's a bad song. I thought black people were allowed to culturally appropriate, by the way. I must not understand the rules as well as I think I do. Speaking of black people, Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones in 1971. It's bad now. Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields, sold in the market down in New Orleans. Scarred old slaver, know he's doing all right. Hear him whip the women just around midnight. Whatever. Look. Okay, so the song it's kind of, yeah, I mean, look, it's a little racist. I mean, I'll be honest, the song's a little racist. It's about, white people back in slavery times fucking their slaves and getting up to all kinds of naughty shit. I mean, I read through all the lyrics. That, as best as I can tell, that's generally what it seems to be about. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's my read of the lyrics. But you know what? Look, if you have slaves and shit, Thomas Jefferson, he was one of the founding fathers of our country. He got freaky with the slaves. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it should be celebrated. But at the same time, is it really dishonest to say that? Maybe it's a period that shouldn't be romanticized. I don't know. Maybe this is one of the ones they kind of got to point on a little bit. But still, I think artists should be allowed to fucking express themselves, even if you don't agree with the sensibilities they do it with. So, Under My Thumb, that's another one. Choice lyric, under my thumb, the squirming dog who's just had her day. Under my thumb, a girl who has just changed her ways. Another disgusting entry in the Stone songbook. The song about a woman who's been molded to talk when she's spoken to is an embarrassment for even existing. Okay, so let's be real here. There are relationships like this, okay? And it's not all, the dude with the chick under his fucking thumb. There's plenty of relationships where it's the other way around. Like, look at Steve Shives and his girlfriend, under her thumb. And you know what? If that's the kind of relationship you want, or that's the kind of relationship dynamic that works best for you, so fucking be it. Who is this? Who the fuck is goddamn Mauve or Maeve or however that fucking name is said, McDermott and Patrick Ryan? Who the fuck are they to tell you what kind of fucking relationship you can have or what kind of relationship you can hear about sung in song? A song is not a fucking moral endorsement of whatever's going on. There's people out there like, bands like fucking, ICP and shit. They sing songs about chopping people up into little pieces and shit. It's fucking fantasy, all right? Plenty of people have written songs about, killing people and shit. They're not saying, murder is fun, murder's good. They're saying that within all of us or most of us, there's a part of us that's like, yeah, I could fucking get down with murdering some people. It's a dark fucking part of yourself that you bury deep within. But, you express it. You express it through art. Maybe that for you is playing fucking Call of Duty or fucking Far Cry or whatever the fuck. And you like to shoot people and you blow their fucking brains out and you're like, this is fun. Or maybe you like to listen to a song about fucking some crazy shit, So, a song is not a fucking moral endorsement of what it's fucking singing about. It's just supposed to describe part of the fucking human experience to you. I don't know what the intent of the fucking Rolling Stones was when they sang this in 1966. I don't know if they were saying, yeah, keep that bitch under your thumb, that's good. Or if they're just describing a situation that they've seen or that they've experienced in one form or another. Who fucking knows? Who fucking cares? You're So Gay by Katy Perry. Here's the offending lyric. I can't believe I fell in love with someone who wears more makeup, and you're so gay and you don't even like boys. So aside from those lyrics being terrible, they're not offensive. They're offensive in the sense that they're so devoid of any sort of poetry that I can't believe they're actually song lyrics and not just the terrible prose of a fucking teenage girl. But whatever. So this is why it wouldn't fly. If Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl was borderline gross for its exploitative take on same-sex experimentation, You're So Gay crosses the line with its deeply immature rattling off of gay stereotypes driven home by the use of the word as a slur. How is it a fucking slur in this fucking song? She's fucking saying that her boyfriend acts gay. You might not like it, but there are definitely character traits associated with gay men. Are they stereotypes? Yes. Are they therefore totally inaccurate and without merit? No. Let me just ask you this. Have you ever met a dude that's like, "Hi guys, what's up?" And then he turns out to be straight and he's just fucking pounds pussy left and right. Has that ever happened? Maybe it has. I don't know. It hasn't happened to me. Hasn't fucking happened to me. I'm not saying every gay dude is, yeah, flamboyant fucking motherfucker. I'm just saying that when someone is like that, they tend to be gay. And a higher percentage of people who are like that are gay dudes. So she's just saying, like, this boy that she likes has a lot of gay traits, and she doesn't like it, I guess. Why did she fucking fall in love? Who cares? If anything, this should just be... if you criticize this song from the angle of Katy Perry's a fucking moron, that'd be fine. But if you're criticizing it from the angle of, oh, it's so offensive, I can't get down with that. I'm sorry. Picture to Burn by Taylor Swift, 2008. Here's the choice lyrics. So go and tell your friends that I'm obsessive and crazy. That's fine. I'll tell mine you're gay. So this is another song. Same reason. This isn't even using gay as a fucking pejorative. Like they say here that, Perry's frenemy Taylor Swift wasn't immune to the same kind of sophomoric homophobia, with Picture to Burn subscribing to the same backward view that the worst thing you could call a teenage boy is gay. Okay, I don't know how fucking high school is now, but when I was going to high school, yeah, it kind of was. That was the throwdown fucking word. You can call someone all kinds of shit, but if you throw like you're gay or you're a faggot out there, that was like bringing it to the next level. Now, you could say that, that's wrong, that's not how it should be, and I probably would agree with you, but this song didn't create that. It's just describing it, okay? Once again, a song is not a fucking endorsement. What is she supposed to do? She's supposed to fucking lie in the song and come up with something else other than her first instinct as an artist just because she's afraid that's going to reinforce something that doesn't even need to be reinforced because it's already the fucking way it is? I mean, it's like, art is supposed to reflect life to some extent, right? I mean, if you fucking have an artist, they're supposed to put forth a fucking idea or opinion, an idea or opinion about the world that is accurate in some way to their perspective of that world. So to criticize, if you want to criticize the reality of teenage boys don't like to be called gay if they ain't fucking gay, and maybe they don't like to be called gay even if they are, if you don't like that reality, that's fine, but don't blame Taylor Swift for it. She didn't do it. Song, Do They Know It's Christmas by the Band-Aid Choir, 1984. This is where we start to get into fucking ridiculous territory, all right? This song was part of a fucking benefit to deal with a big drought in Africa where people were starving to death. The whole point of this concert was people in Africa are starving and we need to raise money to help them. That was the point of the song. Now here's the lyric that's offensive. And there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time. The greatest gift they'll get this year is life, where nothing ever grows, no rain or river flows. Do they know it's Christmas time at all? So here's why it wouldn't fly today. Possibly the most culturally insensitive Christmas song of all time. I mean, aside from White Christmas, of course. That one. There's problems. The Band-Aid supergroup may have raised money to alleviate an Ethiopian famine with the proceeds from Do They Know It's Christmas, but they did it with a song that declares the entire continent of Africa is bereft of water, trees, or joy. They were singing a song to raise money for Africans who were starving due to drought, and you're offended because in that song, they mentioned the fucking drought and starvation. Fuck you, you moronic pieces of insipid. You're like, you know what you are to me? You're like a pudding that's gone moldy. That's you. That's your fucking brains to come up with this shit. This shit here. Oh my God, dude. What? I can't even fucking deal. Turning Japanese by the Vapors, 1980. I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. No, turning Japanese isn't literally about turning Japanese. Okay, that should be the end of it. Why is it here then? Still, it wouldn't be acceptable today to hear a group of white guys assuming the identity of Asian people. Why not? Why the fuck not? Huh? Why not? Why? Give me a fucking reason. Who's hurt? Who's fucking hurt? Someone sings, turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese. What happens? Japanese people in earshot start crying like, oh no, not since Hiroshima have we felt so, like what? What? Who fucking gives a shit? Like, okay, let me reverse it on you. Let me just reverse it on you. How about this? Let's say there's a big song in Japan where they're singing like, turning Caucasian, I think I'm turning Caucasian, I really think so. Are you offended by it? Didn't think so, bitch! Didn't fucking think so. Because it's not offensive. Okay, so this song is I'm an Indian Outlaw by Tim McGraw. Well, Tim McGraw's existence is offensive, so we'll give him a pass on this one. Also, the song is kind of fucked. I mean, listen to this. You can find me in my wigwam. I'll be beating on my tom-tom. Pull out the pipe and smoke you some. Hey, and pass it around. He's talking about, he's Tim McGraw, the whitest dude on the face of the goddamn earth. Talking about how he's an Indian. It's like, he's, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm not offended by it. I'm offended by Tim McGraw's existence, whatever, though. I can kind of see your point. Island Girl by Elton John, And here's the problem with this. Island Girl, what you wantin' with the white man's world? Island Girl, black boy want you in his island world. So she's gonna get that black dick, basically. She going for the black dick. So here's what's wrong with it. The borderline fetishization in John's tart chopping ode to a New York prostitute who's black as coal, but she burned like a fire is cringeworthy. If you write a list like this, you don't get to call anything else cringeworthy. You don't get to call even if you see a fucking homeless, schizophrenic man on the fucking street wearing a fucking diaper and fucking shitting himself and going, you don't even get to call that cringeworthy. That's you, motherfuckers. So because I don't know what the song's about. I never heard the song Island Girl. But because it mentions that there's black people are gonna fuck and things, that's bad. It's bad. Can't talk about people fucking if they're not your same race. This one, oh my God, dude. This is the point where my mind was pan out as you just see that explosion of my fucking brain everywhere. Ebony and Ivory by Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we? How offensive is that? Look, unless you're in the fucking KKK, this song should be the opposite of offensive. You know why it's offensive, though? Listen to this shit. McCartney and Wonder meant well, with their hyper-literal interpretation of race relations, but their message of people are the same, there's good and bad in everyone, so let's get along, would be interpreted as hilariously naive by the more woke factions of today's cultural discourse. Oh, yeah. Look at these antiquated people saying that we should fucking all just set our differences aside, recognize our commonalities, and get along. We've moved past such naive notions. Now we have a new culture of being offended by everything and constantly being at each other's throats. Unless you're, like, basically the new way is not like, let's live together in cooperation. The new way is you're white, or you're in power, or you're the white person, you're the straight person, you're the cis person, you're the whatever person, you're the person that we have perceived as being the part of the controlling, ruling class of people. Therefore, you must capitulate to us in all matters, and if you don't, you're racist. That new approach, so much better than this antiquated let's all get along approach, don't you think? God damn it. Fuck you. Like, seriously, fuck you. Fuck you up the ass with a cactus until you are dead. Is that too offensive? Rape Me by Nirvana, 1993. Why It Wouldn't Fly Today. We get it. Kurt was a deeply tortured soul. He probably, in retrospect, could have expressed this one better. Yeah, the deeply tortured soul that captured a generation with his... by bearing that tortured soul, should have expressed himself in a way that was more comfortable to us, don't you think? Fuck you! How stupid can you fucking be? I didn't think anyone was this fucking dumb. I've been on YouTube making fun of dumb people for 12 fucking years, and I didn't know any motherfuckers were this fucking dumb. I hope we're almost done with this shit. Oh, Tonight's the Night, Gonna Be Alright by Rod Stewart, 1976. Don't say a word, my virgin child, just let your inhibitions run wild. Okay. Why It Wouldn't Fly Today. In case the lyrics to this number one hit weren't cringe-inducing enough, try not feeling icky watching its video. In it, Stewart woos a faceless young woman and leads her up to his bedroom before she says in French, "I'm a little scared. What is my mother going to say?" So Rod Stewart likes to fuck young girls. He was a rock star in 1976. What the fuck do you expect? I mean, even songs that weren't about this at the time were really still about this at the time. 1 in a Million by Guns N' Roses. Immigrants and faggots, they make no sense to me. They come to our country and think they'll do as they please. Why wasn't this Trump's campaign song? That's my only question. Axl Rose attempts to win our sympathy with his story of a small-town white boy feeling lost when he moves to Los Angeles, but using derogatory language for gay and black men certainly doesn't help his case, nor does his wildly xenophobic lyrics about immigrants. They talk so many... I don't know what the expletive is. I don't know the song. Something ways, it's all Greek to me. So because, yeah, how dare the fucking character, the fictional character that this song is about, how dare that character not fucking be bilingual and understand what everyone around him is saying when they're speaking foreign languages? How dare he? Yeah, so he said immigrants and faggots don't make sense to him. Who cares? Who fucking cares? First of all, it's not being sung from the perspective of Axl Rose. It's being sung from the fucking perspective of a character, so we don't know what the intent behind this even was. But even if it was to glorify this character and their journey, so what? Once again, part of the authentic human experience. You know, if a fucking black person put out a song that was like, man, fuck these white people, you would understand that. You'd say, well, you know, I understand that comes from a place of frustration and all that. But if a white person does that same shit, then you're fucking all up in arms. Like, is it okay to express yourself or is it not? Now, you can have your objections to the content of a song. Don't get me wrong. Oh, maybe that could be a song. You can have your objections to the content of a song. Don't get me wrong. I need to not do that. Anyway, whatever. Let's move on. Kissin' Cousins by Elvis Presley. Why incest? Kissin' Cousins. Oh, well, you know what? Elvis was a Southern boy. This song was sung in 1964. What do you fucking want? Okay? What do you really want? Age Ain't Nothing But a Number by Aaliyah, 1994. She says, age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. This lovin' I have for you, it'll never change. No disrespect to the late princess of R&B, whose hypnotic vocals and idiosyncratic style remains timeless, but it's hard not to feel at least mildly uncomfortable listening to this song in retrospect. At the time she recorded it, then 14-year-old Aaliyah was dating and soon to illegally marry her mentor producer, R. Kelly, who was 27. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, you got one. Illegal Alien by Genesis, 1983. It's no fun being an illegal alien. Well, is it? Its message and story are seemingly well-intentioned, detailing a Mexican immigrant's struggle to cross the border in search of a better life, but the racist video... Who cares about the racist video? Okay, if you don't like the video, make a list of the top 20 music videos that are offensive now. If there's nothing wrong with the song, why is it fucking here? Walk on the Wild Side, Lou Reed, 1972. Holly came from Miami, FLA, hitchhiked her way across the USA, plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs, and then he was a she. You know, I think it's kind of, I mean, they use the proper pronouns for fucking Holly right up until the line that reveals that she's not really a chick. So that seems kind of progressive, especially for 1972. In a song filled with racy anecdotes, this reference to Holly Woodlawn, a transgender actress who was bullied as a teenager and ran away from home, is alarmingly tone deaf. Is it condemning her? It doesn't really seem to be. It just seems to be referencing her. I mean, so it's bad form to make a reference to a transgender person? Okay, whatever. Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, 1985. Another really dumb entry on this list. See that little faggot with the earring and the makeup? Yeah, buddy, that's his own hair. That little faggot got his own jet airplane. That little faggot, he's a millionaire. Why It Wouldn't Fly Today. A slight at effeminate rock stars, once again using gay as an insult. It's no wonder this homophobic slur was omitted from the band's greatest hits album, Sultans of Swing. Okay, well, here's your fucking problem. First of all, you don't even interpret the song correctly. The song is being sung by movers. You ever there's lyrics like about how we gotta move all this shit in this fucking house, and they see these rock stars up on TV, and they're like, man, first of all, they wish they could be the rock stars. They want to be. They're calling them little faggots, but they're saying, man, I wish I could be like that little faggot. And they're calling them little faggots because the sour grapes, because they have to move shit for a living. It's told from the perspective of movers, and it's really these rock stars singing this song, making fun of these people who think that their life is just all glamour and ease, and that it's not working. That's the thing, is they're fucking this is a song making fun of these movers. The movers, it's by telling the song from their perspective. When the movers are calling them faggots, they're not saying, fuck these faggots, I hate them. They're saying, I wish I was these faggots. And the only reason they're calling them that in the first place is because they're jealous. They're jealous of them. So you don't even understand the intent of the song. That's how fucking dumb you are. You're condemning something that you don't even fucking understand. Dude looks like a lady by Aerosmith. Why? Transphobia, probably, right? Guy walks in a bar, realizes stripper he's dating. Oh, he's actually a man. Although the rock classic was co-written by an openly gay songwriter, Desmond Childs' questionable use in the media by Fox News when reporting on Chelsea Manning, for instance. That's funny. Makes us think that it's not the homage to the LGBT community that he intended. Whatever. Who cares? How a song is used has nothing to do with the content of the fucking song. You know, you're just being dumb. Reagan used Born in the USA as his campaign song when it's actually it's not a fucking pro-patriot song. It's like people who think that This One Goes Out to the One I Love by REM is a love song just because they only focus on the chorus and they don't pay attention to the fucking verses. So how a song is misinterpreted and misused by people has nothing to do with the authorial intent, which sometimes we can't even know. He Hit Me, It Felt Like a Kiss by the Crystals, 1962. He hit me and it felt like a kiss. He hit me and I knew he loved me. So what? So she was into some BDSM shit. Big fucking deal. Okay, yeah, maybe you could view that as romanticizing domestic abuse, and maybe that's a bad thing, but it's just a fucking song. These are all just fucking songs. I think that's the last one. Thank God, yes it is. I know I said it at the top of this video, but I think it's worth mentioning again. Quit trying to control the words and the concepts that artists use to communicate ideas to us. Because how can art do its job of being a reflection of our world if we prohibit it from reflecting certain elements back at us? The answer to that question is it can't. Fuck you, and fuck this idea that people can't be made uncomfortable by art. Fuck this idea that everything has to be within everyone's comfort zone, and everything has to be safe, and everything has to be bland and inoffensive, and if anything makes you feel icky inside, that it must automatically be bad because your knee-jerk reaction must be correct because you're some kind of great moral fucking saint who's just so fucking woke, it's incredible. It's incredible. The only thing incredible is your fucking ignorance. Fuck you. Fuck USA Today. Fuck Maeve McDermott or Mauve McDermott or whatever the fucking stupid shit her name is. And fuck Patrick Ryan. And just fuck the human species for standing idly by as these people do this.